Hey, my people, what's good? I'm back. Although I'm late, I was to come 30 minutes early, but I'm 5 minutes early. What's good? I'm back. I don't wanna miss this big match with you guys, man. My boy 8B, are you around? Man, I'm so sorry. I was busy. I don't wanna waste any minutes. A big match, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, is about to start. And I want us to enjoy a beautiful watch along together here on this big show. I wanna share my screen. I wanna share my screen. Right about now. Let me share my screen right about now, so you get to see what's big squad. As you can see, Manchester is gonna use a formation of 4-2-3-1, while Crystal Palace is gonna use a formation of 3-4-3. Sorry, I'm a bit up and down, so bear with me. 4 minutes remaining. As you can see, Manchester is gonna use a formation of 4-2-3-1, while Crystal Palace is gonna use a formation of 3-4-3. Today, I'm all in supporting Crystal Palace. Yes, Mateta, please do me a favor and score like crazy tonight. I can't see Mateta in the squad, man. Holy. Anyway, let's start with the Manchester United lineup. As you can see, Lamens is in. 4 defenders: Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Euro, and Dalot. Dalot has been doing a great job the previous 5 matches, if you ask me. I hope today he's gonna sleep, because I don't want Manchester United to win. For the midfielders, we have Kobe Mino, the great boy who is overworking, and Casemiro. For the forward, we have Kuna, Fernandez, and Mbeumo. And their big striker today is Benjamin Sesko. All right. For the Crystal Palace, we have Anderson is their goalkeeper. Today, 3 defenders: Richards, Lacroix, and Canvot. Nice. Please don't let Manchester United to pass through. Big defense there. For the 4 midfielders, we have Munoz, Wharton, Kamada, and Mitchell. Big. And 3 forward, we have Sar, Strandlarsen, and Johnson. Big one. So I'm gonna put a poll. Will Crystal Palace defeat Manchester United? That's the question. Get to the live chat and do what's necessary, like we always do. Make sure to vote. Will Crystal Palace defeat Manchester United? Let me know. I can see 1 vote is in. Vote. I also vote yes, man. I vote yes. Nice. What about you? What about you? Let me know. I can see 2 votes are in. Somebody just voted no. Oh my God. Vote, 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 vote. Let me go to the live commentary because I don't want anyone to miss the commentary. Make sure to vote. If you are live right now, make sure to vote. The game is gonna start in any second from now. Any second from now, the game is gonna start. Like I just said, the game is on. The game is on. Let's go. The game is on. You don't wanna miss. I can see Manchester. So many people have just voted for Manchester United. All right. All right. My goodness. You don't wanna miss this. The first half is on.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition.
Let's go, let's go. I can see Brooklyn Abasa said, I love the thumbnail. Let's
down
go.
the left-hand side as they move forward in this first half. 10 yards out from the edge of the Manchester United half. Oliver Glasner having a couple of problems trying to unzip his coat. Actually asked the kit man for a second one before eventually unzipping the first one that he had. He's been in the firing line under a bit of scrutiny. His comments in the media backed up with a poor run of results, which has been turned around. As we said, won 2 of their last 3. They have possession with Melia Sarr in the middle of the United half down the centre. Wharton up against Fernandes, short towards the possession of Daishi Kamada, out to the left and to Mitchell, whips the ball in left footed towards the penalty spot, guards away by Luke Shaw, put it back in. Strud Larsson's going to have a strike on his left foot, but could never quite get himself set inside the penalty area, and his effort game elsewhere across the Flash Score live audio commentary service this afternoon. Here at Old Trafford, we played 8 minutes. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Since the Quad's goal in the third minute, the difference between the two sides. And here's Kamada with the ball for Palace on the halfway down the left as they move forward in this opening period towards the goal scorer Lacroix. 10 yards from the edge of Manchester United territory. Short towards the path of Wharton. Wharton back to Lacroix. Now here's Chris Richards in possession for Palace. Play forward towards the halfway and in towards the path is Melia Sarr. Gets the better of 2. He's got Tyreek Mitchell out to him. Finds him in towards the area. Mitchell lays it across. We're going to find Johnson. Comes up at Dallo. Mitchell does get the better of him. Brahma to win it back second time. Here's Kamada into the box. Now back in towards the path of Cambot. Cambot towards Lacroix. Lacroix towards Richards. Right side 10 yards inside the Manchester United half. Here is Daniel Munoz back towards Chris Richards again. Being set up by Bruno Fernandes, and that's why he has to play it back towards Dean Henderson. We're just having a look at the goal at Craven Cottage. Ball whipped in towards the back post, was then played back in, and then Wilson for around 6 yards out on the volley on his left foot into the roof of the net. And Fulham 1 up. Igor Tudor, the interim Tottenham manager, not too happy, protestating the goal. But it's Harry Wilson that has given Fulham a 1-0 lead over Tottenham Hotspur. That game available, of course, elsewhere this afternoon across the Flash Score live audio commentary service. Approaching the 10-minute mark here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Max is Lacroix's goal in the third minute, the difference between the two sides. United looking to respond. Dallo intercepted on the right-hand side, recovered by Mitchell. Then he ran into some traffic. Managed to get the ball clear, but it could only find Lloro. Here is Fernandes. Forward towards the path of Cunha, down the centre, 30 yards out
Palace
of the goal.
in
Dallo
front.
on the right.
Let's go.
Towards Casemiro.
1-0.
Casemiro towards Dallo again. You've got Burma out to his right.
Let's go.
Finds up against Mitchell, edge of the box here on this far side. Right-hand side United attack. Mainu towards the penalty area. Ball down by Water, but barely so. United come back with the ball. Mainu again, back towards Dallo. Dallo infield towards Harry Maguire here for Manchester United. Driving down the centre. Two up against him, plays it out towards Lenny Yoro. Short to Diogo Dallo. Dallo now towards Casemiro. In towards the box is Cunha. Plays it across the face of goal. It's comfortably held by Dean Henderson at his near stick. Henderson is making a return to the only visiting goalkeeper of a clean sheet in his first two starts at Old Trafford is Fraser Forster in the 2014-15 season at Southampton. And Valens in a goal again. It's Meli Asava's shot. It's powered away at the near post by Lamens, and then it was Munoz who came in for the seconds. He brought down Luke Shaw as a consequence. United, though, able to pick things up with Lamens between the sticks eventually. It was Munoz who played the ball back to Sarr inside the area. It was into space. Took a shot on his right foot through the laces straight to Tenny Lamens, and he was able to hold the ball the second time for Daniel Munoz. Him and Luke Shaw having a bit of a tangling with one another, but all is fair. Players back up on their feet. We're back underway. Lenny Yoro in possession for Manchester United. It's along the line towards the path of Harry Maguire. Maguire finding Luke Shaw, left-hand side, 10 yards on the edge of the Crystal Palace half. Back to Maguire again. Maguire will play it back to the safety of Sene Lamens between the sticks towards Casemiro. In a bit of trouble, but Lamens coming towards his aid. Now here's Lenny Yoro again for Manchester United, driving down this right-hand side, chips it over the top, was looking to find Mainu, couldn't quite, so it's one back by Munoz high up the pitch. Here's Wharton, looking to thread it through the middle, was looking to find Sarr, one back by Johnson. Here's Kamada, was hoping that Mitchell was on the overlap, he wasn't, so Kamada's got to do the job himself, and Lenny Yoro is keeping him close company. Eventually does find Mitchell. So to the match stats so far, Palace with 57% of the ball, they've had 2 shots on target, 4. United 1 shot, 1 on target, 43% possession, 1 touch in the opposition box. Crystal Palace have had 5 so far. Here's Kamada back towards the possession of Maxence Lacroix, the goal scorer inside the centre circle. Playing out to the right and towards Munoz. Munoz infield towards Wharton. Wharton finds Richards. Richards infield towards Kamada. Richards again. We'll play it back towards Maxence Lacroix. Up against Fernandez. Managed to get the beating of him. Now towards the possession of JD Cant. Back towards the goalkeeper, Dean Henderson. Henderson finds Chris Richards inside his own penalty area here for Crystal Palace. Forward it goes and out towards the right-hand side. Played forward by Daniel
Palace are showing United how to play this beautiful game. For real, man.
Looking to receive it towards the edge of the air on the right-hand side.
They are
Shaw
never
able
gonna
to
believe
step
this.
in, play it back to his goalkeeper, who launches it forward towards the halfway. Ball contested in the air. Eventually brought down by Fernandez. Here's Mainu inside the centre circle, out towards the path of Cunha. And there's one back by Wharton on the half. On this right-hand side, looking for options a little bit further forward here for Palace. Couldn't do so, so has to play it back to Chris Richards. Palace with possession on the halfway. Kamada in towards the path of Wharton. Wharton back towards Chris Richards. Richards will play it back towards Lacroix, the goal scorer, with Bruno Fernandes keeping him close by, and Richards.
Michael Carrick can't believe this,
back
man.
to Dean Henderson, but he is able to clear it forwards.
This is
Brought down
EPL,
by
this
George
is EPL,
Larson,
man.
who is brought down by Lenny Yoro, and it will be a free kick to Crystal Palace, just off centre towards the right-hand side. Around about 35 yards out from the Manchester United goal. 14 and a half minutes gone. You're listening to the Premier League here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the 3rd minute of the contest. The difference between the two sides. United, who could go up to 3rd in the Premier League table with victory this afternoon up against Palace, who, with results going their way, can end the Premier League weekend in the top half of the table. They have a free kick here, around about 35 yards out from goal. Bennett Johnson to take on his right foot, just off centre towards his right-hand side. United lining up a wall right on the edge of the penalty area they're defending. Fizzed in towards the back post, glanced on by Richards, then brought back in by Canvot, but it will be a comfortable take for Lamens between the sticks of Manchester United, and it'll be played out towards Luke Shaw. Shaw, Lewis is out on the half two. Brennan Johnson on this right-hand side. He looks to play it forward. There's already been 2 more goals at the Amex. We'll tell you about that shortly. As Palace move forward again, Shaw though managing to
Super Arsenal world, I see you.
Towards Chesko, towards Cunha. Beautiful passing play this from
Crystal
United.
Palace, let's go.
Down by Walton, wanted a free kick, but the referee says no. Palace come away with it. Here's Sarr, right-hand side, 15 yards from the edge of the United half, back to goal, and so had to play it back to Richards, and now towards Dean Henderson, being pressured by Chesko, lays it out to the left-hand side, and it's brought down on the left knee of Tyreek Mitchell, who's running back towards goal. Puts it forward towards the halfway, where it's glanced on by Maguire inside the centre circle. Checked it down by Wharton. Here's Brennan Johnson for Crystal Palace towards Richards. Richards are playing out towards Munoz, who now tries beyond the halfway here. Short towards the possession is Melia Sarr. Sarr will hit back to Richards, who once again finds himself on the half. Lacroix in possession inside the centre circle, goes out towards JD Canlott. Canlott towards Kamada. Kamada to Lacroix. 16.5 minutes goal, Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Heavy touch by Munoz, one back by Shaw. Back to Garrett on the halfway. As I said, 2 goals in the game between Brighton and Forest. Morgan Gibbs-White levelled things up for Nottingham Forest in the 11th minute. But Danny Welbeck has given Brighton a 2-1 lead. Just having a look at the goal from Gibbs-White. It's an absolute stunner. Edge of the area. Clips it beautifully on his right foot into the top right-hand corner. Then Brighton retaking the lead. Ball in towards the area, glanced back across the face of goal. Welbeck with a bit of work to do, and then ball it down on his right foot into the bottom left-hand corner to give Brighton a 2-1 lead on the quarter of an hour mark in that one. Remember that game. You can listen to elsewhere this afternoon here on the Flash Scoreline audio commentary service. Casemiro to Cunha. Cunha back to Fernandes in the centre, 35 yards out for goal here for Manchester United. Towards the half of Harry Maguire. Maguire plays it out to Casemiro. Casemiro short to Sesko. And here's Lenny Yoro, 10 yards inside Palace territory. Maguire to Yoro again. Now here's Casemiro for Manchester United. Right side, middle of the Crystal Palace half. Got Brennan Johnson close to him. Here's Fernandes out towards Dalot. Got the best of passes, and it's one back by Strud Larsen for Palace. And then Brennan Johnson walked down. 2 didn't quite go into 1 there. So it's going to be a free kick. Diogo Dalot, the man, conceding the foul for Manchester United in front of a rueful Michael Carrick, who's not happy with what he's seen from his side in the opening 80 minutes or so in this contest. Reasons for him to be concerned. His side trailing by a goal to nil. Maxim Lacroix's goal in the 3rd minute of the contest. The difference between the 2 sides.
This is what I like. Crystal Palace, let's go. Another goal, please.
Complete their first league double over Crystal Palace since the 2017-18 season. But Palace, as you mentioned earlier, won 4 of their last 6 away league games against Manchester United. Won just 2 of their first 22 visits to Old Trafford, having drawn just 3 of them and then losing 17 as Harry Maguire seems a foul to
keep voting. Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. The live chat.
His man back. That free kick's gone United's way, but he was having a remonstration to his teammates. Here's Lenny Yoro on the half on this right-hand side here for Manchester United. Short towards Maguire, who's inside the centre circle. Towards Luke Shaw. Short to Cunha. Infield towards Luke Shaw again. This is out to Johnson. It's one back by Kobe Mainu. Mainu back towards Lenny Yoro. Now here is Diogo Dalot driving. Infield towards Fernandes. He couldn't quite get there. Cleared away by Daniel Munoz. Wharton plays it forward and now out towards Johnson again on this right-hand side. Here's Wharton. Back to Chris Richards. Richards with Cunha close by to him and now play back to Dean Henderson between the sticks. Out to the left-hand side and towards the half of JD Canott. Now over the top it goes. Glanced on the halfway by Strud Larsen. Maguire and Sarr both compete for the same ball. Maguire wins it. Casemiro towards the halfway on this right-hand side. Pings the ball forward on his right foot. It was almost a perfect ball after the flick away from Chris Richards. And then it's headed safely back in towards the Mitts and Dean Henderson between the sticks. 20 minutes gone here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. On their last 2 visits, Crystal Palace are looking to become just the second London side to win 3 consecutive away league games. Old Trafford against Manchester United after Chelsea between the 1967-68 and the 1969-70 season. As for United, they've
Legendary
27
Crystal
points in their
Palace.
last 12 home Premier League matches. That's
Let's
16
do
more they
this,
managed in their
man. Another
previous
goal, please.
13 at Old Trafford, where they picked up just 11, winning 3, drawing 2, and losing 8 of those games. And they're currently behind here, having not lost in the league since Boxing Day. Of course, they did lose here in the FA Cup to Brighton at the turn of the year. Crystal Palace have themselves a throw on this right-hand side. Munoz to take on the halfway, right between the 2 technical areas here at Old Trafford. Plays it short towards the half of Strun-Larsen. Munoz again towards Sarr. Johnson a bit further forward. Sarr in space, edge of the box. Plays out to the left and to Mitchell. Heavy first touch. He's got Dalot close by. Looks to hook it back in towards the byline, but Dalot watches it go out. And it will be a goal kick to Manchester United. Good defending that from Dalot, using his strength just to stand his man up. So seeing that there was space for Mitchell, but it was that first touch just a bit too heavy on his left foot, which then forced him wide, and Dalot not allowing him to get that cross into the air. Meanwhile, concern here for United with Luke Shaw down inside his own penalty area. He was on the receiving end of a bit of a cruncher by Daniel Munoz a couple of minutes ago, and this will not be good news for Manchester United, and I'm sure Thomas Tuchel will be watching on as well. World Cup year, and you would sense, all being well, he may well be the primary choice once again as England's left back when the tournament comes around in North America in June. But he certainly doesn't look in pain, but he looks rather concerned. He knows he's twigged something, to which extent, of course, we don't know, but he's having a chat with the physio who lays to his side inside the 6-yard box, and I think he's just been stood on by Daniel Munoz a couple of moments ago. We're just having a look at a replay of that on our monitors. A bit of a cruncher from him, stud into his left boot. Of course, not intentional by the Crystal Palace number 2, but enough to cause him a bit of concern. So, opportunity just to tell you what's happening elsewhere in the Premier League as it look as if they're going to make the change, because Mazraoui takes his bib off as he walks up.
Manchester, they want to do a substitute.
Just a reminder, elsewhere this afternoon, Brighton leading Nottingham Forest by 2 goals to 1, and Fulham a goal to the good against Top. Those games available to listen to elsewhere this afternoon in the Premier League across the Flash Score Live audio commentary service, and what has been a very busy weekend of Premier League football. We'll tell you about what happened yesterday in just a second as Luke Shaw trudges off towards this near touchline, probably knowing that his afternoon is coming to a close because he's going to head off and will be replaced by Nozer Mazraoui. So an earlier than anticipated introduction for the Manchester United number 3. 24th minute of this contest, with his side trailing by a goal to nil and back under siege again. Here's Munoz on this right-hand side towards Wharton, towards the halfway line. Now back inside their own half with Maxis Lacroix, out to Cambot, now to Tyreek Mitchell. Mitchell with Mbeumo close by to far side, 5 yards inside Manchester United territory. The ball playing all the way back towards the goalkeeper, Dean Henderson. Launch it forward, right-footed beyond the halfway. Tussle in the air between Strun-Larsen and Yoro. Manchester United win it back. He would then got the ball, but Harry Maguire did. He drives slowly but surely towards the halfway and will play the ball out right-footed to the left side, and Mazraoui gets his first touch of the ball this afternoon. Short to the field to Mainu, now to Casemiro, back towards goal. Here's Yoro inside the centre circle, played out towards Diogo Dalot. Heavy first touch on his right foot meant that Palace can get it away Running as far as Maguire, who retrieves it on the half. Up against Strud Larsen, falls down to this right-hand side here. Short towards Fernandez, again being stood up, this time by JD Campbell. A little bit of a shove in the back, but United keep hold of the ball. Casemiro on the halfway. Looking for options a bit further forward. Finds Mainu. Back towards Casemiro again for United. And Fernandez trying to find Dallo, unable to do so. Ball goes out of play for what will be a Crystal Palace throw. Left-hand side, 10 yards from the edge of the Manchester United half. 25 minutes gone here at Old Trafford, here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the third minute, the difference between the two sides. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Here's Mazraoui for United. Down the centre, out towards the path of Matheus Cunha, falls up to the left, up against Chris Richards, gets a bit of him towards the byline, he goes, Richards shoves it out of play, and the ball will go out of play for a goal kick, and that was celebrated like a goal from the Crystal Palace number 26. Just a bit stronger than his Manchester United counterpart, nothing foul in it whatsoever. Well, Michael Carrick looks like under the United technical area, could be just about to combust. That's what Oliver Glasner. He'll be happy the way his side has started, but still issuing out the instructions in the Crystal Palace technical area as Henderson launches the ball forward beyond the halfway, right-footed. It goes straight out into touch, and so United throw down their right, 10 yards from the edge of the Crystal Palace half. Busy afternoon yesterday in the Premier League. Goals everywhere you look, particularly at the 3 o'clock slate that we brought to you live. I'll tell you more about that in a second, because here's Wharton for Crystal Palace, picking the ball up loosely on the halfway. Goes out now towards Chris Richards. Richards finds Munoz, and Munoz will go back towards the path of Dean Henderson. Will launch it forward, right-footed, beyond the halfway line it goes. Flicked on by Lenny Yotto, glanced on by Casemiro, one back on the halfway by Fernandez. Neither team able to bring the ball down. It's one back by Palace, but illegally so. Someone going high on Casemiro, conceding a free kick as a consequence. 27.5 gone. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1, and you're listening to the Premier League here on the Flash Score. As I say, a busy afternoon yesterday. The early game, the Vitality finished level. Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1, and then in the 3 o'clock games, there was an absolute corker at Turf Moor. Burnley 3, Brentford 4. Liverpool got the better of West Ham United by 5 goals to 0, whilst Everton beat Newcastle by 3 goals to 2. And in the late game, Manchester City keeping the pressure on Arsenal at the top of the table. Antoine Semenyo's goal in first half stoppage time, giving them a 1-0 win on the road against Leeds United. In the 2 other games this afternoon, it's Brighton and Albion 2, Nottingham Forest 1 at the Amex, and at Craven Cottage, it's Fulham 1, Tottenham 0. But our attention here is at Old Trafford, where Maxence Lacroix's goal in the 3rd minute has given Crystal Palace a 1-0 lead here over Manchester United. Remember, can move up to 3rd in the Premier League table with victory here this afternoon. Yotto plays it out towards Dallo. Dallo infield towards Casemiro on the halfway on this right-hand side. Here's Kobbie Mainoo inside the centre circle for Manchester United towards Mazraoui. Play back towards the possession of Kobbie Mainoo. Glances it out, right-footed towards the far side, which is jetted down by Diogo Dallo. Dallo back to Casemiro. Good pass out towards the possession of Fernandez into the penalty area, but cleared away by the Guavo. Guamo could play the ball across the face of the penalty area. United throw right side. Here's Dallo again, short towards the possession of Fernandez. Lenny Yotto towards Maguire inside the centre circle, driving out towards the left, making about 10-15 yards towards Cunha, whose back was to goal. Maguire back to Yotto again, to Diogo Dallo. Cross goes in, right-footed, nobody there though, and it's going to comfortably go out for what would be a Crystal Palace throw. That was how far wide an attempted cross that was. As we head towards the half-hour mark here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Chris Richards to take this throw in for the visitors, Oliver Glasner's side. And he'll launch it forward towards the centre of the half their defending. There's one back, here's Casemiro. Out towards Dallo on this right-hand side. A little bit of space to run into, although Tariq Mitchell now reduces that. Towards Mbuemo, steps in field, Mainu under pressure. Casemiro out towards Mazraoui, into the air on his left-hand side. He's in field with Tom against him, Mainu. Short towards Yono again, slips through. Casemiro in towards the box, and Mbuemo's not going to get there. Him and Lacroix going at it towards the byline. Ball goes out of play. And it's going to be a Manchester United corner on the right-hand side. Last touch coming off a Palace player as we pass the half-hour mark here at Old Trafford. An opportunity for Michael Carrick's side to get themselves back on level terms. Maguire makes himself an interesting party alongside Benjamin Sesko. They head towards the 6-yard box. Corner to be taken on this right flank. Mbuemo to take left-footed towards the back post. Got stopped by Maguire. Only half clear, came with Ismaili Assar. And he'll go out for another Manchester United corner out on that right-hand side. A good ball in by Mbuemo towards the path of Maguire, who goes highest. And Sarr getting his body to it, and luckily for him, it could have gone anywhere. It went wide of the mark and out of play for another United corner. It's going to be Mbuemo to take again on this right-hand side. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinging delivery towards the near post, cast away by Strund Larsen, the postman. Ball back in by Fernandes. Him and Kamada a clash of heads. Fernandes down on the floor. Ball goes out of play. United throw, but the United skipper wanting a little bit more than that. Still clutching the left side of his head. Him and Kamada both going for the same, but they're both looking at the ball. There's nothing that can be done about that. It was just one of those innocuous clash of heads. United to trail in this game, but just beginning to find a second wind as we head towards the quarter of an hour of this opening period at Old Trafford. Mazraoui cross goes in left side towards Mbuemo inside the box, flicks across the face of goals. Sesko couldn't quite get his shot away by a Palace player, and then cleared out to touch. United with a throw, right hand side, 10 yards from the edge of the Crystal Palace half. 32.5 minutes played here. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the 3rd minute, the separator of the two teams in this one. Maguire, the ball towards the edge of the penalty area that he's defending in this opening period. Now out towards the right and in towards Diogo Dalot. Dalot finds a Mbuemo getting the beating of Tyreek Mitchell. Cross goes in towards the back post. Sesko is making a lurking bump there. Henderson came out to comfortably catch and collect in the Crystal Palace goal. And perhaps unsurprised he's going to take his time before
Everyone is
putting it forward by beyond the halfway. Cast on though by Yerli Yoro. On back again by Kobe Mainu. Here's Mazraoui down the left.
Everyone is
intercepted by Munoz to play for. Came for the United player. Palace throw. Right side, 5 yards inside the Manchester United.
Let's not leave a vote.
And it was a busy afternoon, not just in the Premier League yesterday, but across the EFL Championship. I'll tell you more about that in just a second, because Fulham have doubled their lead at Craven Cottage against Tottenham Hotspur. Alex Iwobi with the Cottagers' second. Wilson scored the first, providing the assist with the second. So 34 minutes gone. Fulham 2, Tottenham 0. And when we do get the video of the goal, we will
my
give you
God,
that.
Tottenham is being destroyed on the other side. Oh my God.
Mitchell finds himself down. Sorry, Ismaili Assar finds himself down on the ground. Ball went in towards the area. A little bit of a shove by Mazraoui, just a little bit of a push at the back. Nothing really too major, but the Crystal Palace number 7 still finds himself down on the ground. We can tell you a bit more about that goal in the Fulham Tottenham game. Fulham doubling their lead. There's Iwobi short in towards the half of Wilson, and Iwobi struck it on his right foot, side-footed, edge of the penalty area into the bottom left-hand corner. Past Vicario in the Tottenham goal, and Fulham with a 2-goal advantage at Craven Cottage against Tottenham Hotspur. As I say, that game available elsewhere this afternoon in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. So Iwobi doubling the account for the Cottagers. Fulham 2, Tottenham 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Here at Old Trafford, 10 minutes ago in this opening period. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 the score. United conceding early, but looking to push and probe as the half comes towards a close. Dalot wins a free kick on the halfway, short in towards the path of Casemiro. Now towards Dalot. to Casemiro again on the halfway for Manchester United. Dallo once more. Back to Casemiro, over the top towards Fernandez. It's almost brought down by him, but Kamada wins it back for Crystal Palace. Brennan Johnson was looking to play it out towards Mitchell. And then actually Kamada going down. It's a poor challenge by Diogo Dallo, who is going to be the first United player into Kavanagh's notebook this afternoon. A late challenge, stood on his right stud, standing on the left boot of Daichi Kamada. He was going to sting a little, and Dallo, as a consequence, finding himself in the book, his 5th yellow card of the season. Of course, the amnesty for 5 yellow cards, long gone now. Henderson with the free kick for Palace on the left-hand side. Launched forward beyond the halfway, guarded by Diogo Dallo, recovered by Canvas. Here's Fernandez on the halfway, winning the ball back here for Manchester United. Out to Mazraoui. Then Mazraoui in possession for Manchester United. Back towards Harry Maguire on the halfway. Maguire in towards the possession of Lenny Yoro. Yoro towards Dallo.
I've heard the rumors, man. 2-0 at first half. Tottenham, they are gone, man.
Steps inside,
They're
plays it
gone.
back. Mazraoui strikes it by foot. Both him and Cunha both went for the same shot. But Mazraoui got it away and it was blocked by the first man. Maguire towards Yoro, towards Mainu in the centre of the Crystal Palace half. Yoro out to the right and towards Dallo again. Now to Fernandez. Yoro.
Tottenham, they are not
Pressure
left.
by Strutniarsen, and that meant that his only real outlet was to play it back towards Lemens between the sticks for Manchester United. As I say, busy afternoon of Championship action yesterday across Flash Score. Tell you more about that in a second. Šeško towards Cunha. Cunha couldn't quite get past Richards. Comes back out towards Kobbie Mainoo. Mazraoui on this left-hand side. Back towards the path of Kobbie Mainoo again. Here's Bruno Fernandes, edge of the box, left side, cross goes in by Bruno, cast on by Šeško and around the penalty spot. Bullet headed towards the bottom left-hand post, but a comfortable take for Dean Henderson in the Crystal Palace goal. United patiently building play up, and then Fernandes with the ball in towards Šeško, glanced header, but a comfortable take for Dean Henderson between the sticks for Crystal Palace. First real chance they've had, the best chance you'd say they've had in this opening period. Still unable to breach the Palace defence, and in terms of the last 10 minutes, they've had 81% possession of Manchester United compared to the 19% possession of Crystal Palace. They've had 6 crosses into the box, 32 passes into the final third in comparison to just the 4 of Crystal Palace. Here's Diogo Dallo, right-hand side, 15 yards inside Crystal Palace territory. Plays it back towards the path of Lenny Yoro. Now to Dallo again. Towards Mbuemo, being put under pressure by Tyreek Mitchell. Here's Kobbie Mainoo, driving down the centre, now forcing himself out to the left. Manages to play it infield with Casemiro. Backhill looking to find Cunha, but read by Richards, cleared by Munoz. But chested down and one back by Maguire on the halfway for United. Mazraoui cleared away by Palace, picked up by Strutniarsen, out towards the right-hand side and towards Munoz. Munoz was looking to play it forward towards Saab. It's a heavy pass and straight to Lamens in the Manchester United goal. Here's Maguire on the left, infield towards Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo back towards Lenny Yoro. Yoro towards Diogo Dallo. Dallo finds Casemiro, right side, 5 yards from the edge of Palace territory. Over the top it goes, ball towards the edge of the penalty, glanced away by Maguire before one of Mbuemo or Šeško could get on the end of it. But now played out towards Mitchell, left side, up against Fernandes. In the centre, he loses out to Casemiro, one back by Mbuemo. Mbuemo on this right-hand side, edge of the area here for the United. Fernandes cross goes in, cleared away by Richards inside the 6-yard box. He'll go out for a Manchester United throw, right-hand side, 25 yards out from the Crystal Palace goals. He approached the final 5 minutes of the first half here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1.
Manchester, they are pressing hard.
Now here's Kobbie Mainoo for Manchester United. Mainoo towards Mazraoui, left side, 25 from goal. To play it back 5 yards to Maguire down the centre, up against Strutniarsen. Now Yoro towards Burma, looking to turn. Kamada doesn't allow him to, but legally brings him to the floor in the opinion of Chris Kavanagh. So Manchester United a free kick just off centre on this right-hand side, best part of 25 yards out from goal as we enter the final 5 minutes of the first half. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the third minute, the difference between the two sides. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Kamada, who's also on a yellow card, he's never going to be booked for that challenge, but does need to walk a bit of a tightrope as the Crystal Palace number 18. So Fernandes, Casemiro and Dalot all lurking on rather tentatively over this set piece for Manchester United. They all stand back and allow Bruno Fernandes to, they hope, do his magic. It's in Fernandes territory, just on centre, right-hand side, 25 yards from goal. Chris Kavanagh blows his whistle as Bruno Fernandes over it here for Manchester United. Strikes it right footed, and it wasn't too far away for the top right-hand corner, over the bar by about an inch or so. Dean Henderson got fingertips to it in the Crystal Palace goal. Good save in the end. Just tip it over the top of the crossbar. Manchester United with a corner. It's going to be in Burma to take on this right-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinging delivery on his left foot as we approach the final 3 minutes of this opening period. Burma's corner, swung in towards the 6-yard box, glanced away by Lacroix. Fernandes picks up the seconds. Mazraoui towards Fernandes again, getting the better of Mitchell. Mazraoui looking to get there before Brennan Johnson can, but the initial challenge on Fernandes was enough to award another free kick, this time on the left. Fernandes moving back up on his feet rather gingerly on his right leg, and it was Kamada again, crawling himself into the walls with the Manchester United central midfielder. So again, Palace with defensive work to do. Johnson, the solitary player in the wall. Fernandes over it. 42.5 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. United looking to get back on terms before the break.
Let's go, Crystal Palace!
Cameron blows his whistle. Fernandes with the free kick. Right foot is into the back post. Goes on by Casemiro and cast just wide of the right-hand post by a couple of yards. He cast it towards goal as opposed to away from where it came from. Casemiro, good free kick in by Fernandes, swung in on his right foot towards the 6-yard box, and Casemiro just couldn't quite glance it towards goal, glanced it wide of the right-hand post, and a gilt-edged chance for Manchester United there got begging. It certainly got better as the half's gone along.
Well,
Palace
sure, man,
started
that
so
was
positively, the
almost
last
a
20
goal.
minutes or so pretty much been camped into their half exclusively.
Man City are knocking like crazy, man.
To finish the half on a high. Sarr with Lamens coming out, but Yoa making sure that the Palace number 7 was blocked off so he could comfortably collect, and now it goes out towards Mazraoui. Back to Fernandes towards the centre circle. Inside there he goes. Plays it forward towards Mbeumo, looking to turn, but Canvot was there as he did. Didn't quite win back possession cleanly, and he concedes a foul on Brennan Johnson on this far side, which he tries to protest his innocence over. So free kick to Crystal Palace. In terms of fewest touches in this game, no one's had fewer than Benjamin Sesko so far. Just 7 touches in the opening 44 minutes of this contest, and I'm sure that Michael Carrick, the Manchester United boss, is going to have 1 or 2 words to say to his players at half-time. As far as Oliver Glasner is concerned, he'll be more than pleased with what he's seen from his Crystal Palace side in the opening period. Okay, they've had to survive a bit of a storm, but he'd be more than happy to go in front of the break, that's for sure. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the 3rd minute, allowing that to happen as been stat. Final 20 seconds or so of normal time at the end of this opening period. And United have themselves a throw, left-hand side, 15 yards inside the Crystal Palace half. The Mazraoui to take, back in towards the path of Maguire inside his own territory, short towards the possession of Lenny Yoro as we enter stoppage time at the end of the opening period here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the third minute, the difference between the two teams. So we enter the first of 3 stoppage time minutes at the end of the third half. Here's Johnson for Palace, edge of the box, cross goes in left-footed, guards away for finish from Larson, comes back out to Mitchell, guards away second time by Maguire, scoop further clear by Casemiro. The ball runs loose towards the halfway. Chesko picks it up for United, but can only play it back into Palace territory towards Campbell, but luckily for United number 30, and United Chris Cavani was fouled by Maxis Lacroix. So it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United on the halfway, just on centre towards the right-hand side. Mainu out towards the possession of Dalot. Mainu back towards Maguire. Maguire's got Mazraoui out towards his left if he wants. He's also got Dalot to his right, and he finds the second option of which Buemo out towards Casemiro. Fernandez, cross goes in, low drilled on his right foot, cleared away by Palace. And he'll try to get to the second, so unable to do so. Really Assar running away with the ball. He was brought down by Matthias Cunha. Palace free kick. Right hand side, 10 yards on the edge of the Manchester United half. Reminder, scores on 2 other commentaries this afternoon. Brighton home Albion 2, Nottingham Forest 1, and Fulham 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Both of those games also in stoppage time at the end of the opening period. Palace free kick played out towards the edge of the penalty area. Mitchell and Buemo both going over the same ball, but Buemo watching it go out for Manchester United goal kick. Certainly worked for Michael Carrick's side to do in this second period to get themselves back into the contest. But I think he'll be pleased enough with the way that his side have responded, particularly over the last quarter of an hour or so. They've knocked on the door, just not been able to create that one real clear-cut chance. A couple of decent opportunities, about any openings they'd say they should have scored from. Palace at Old Trafford has become a bit of a bogey team for United in recent times, and that trend, as we head towards the half, will be set to continue. Wire ball down, free kick to United on the left-hand side, 5 yards from the edge of Crystal Palace territory. Steve Parish, the Crystal Palace chairman, in attendance at Old Trafford this afternoon, and after what has been a tumultuous couple of months over the Christmas periods, then he's able to find some solidity again. He's been able to find some continuity again, and Crystal Palace, maybe not their fluid best on the end of last season, but certainly getting back to a sort of level which makes them competitive with the best of them as the whistle blows at the end of this opening period. And it is Palace that lead at Old Trafford. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the third minute, the difference between the two sides. He rose highest from a corner kick which was taken by Brennan Johnson, but work for Michael Carrick and Manchester United to do. They trail at the break against Crystal Palace. It's Manchester United.
Crystal Palace. Wow. Everyone is happy, man. Including myself, man. I'm so happy. Crystal Palace, let's go. Let's wait for the second half. I hope the second half Crystal Palace are gonna maintain like this, or even and also defend. I don't want to see them, losing balls. Eagles are almost there, just the next half to go. Yes! Michael Carrick can't believe this, man. Michael Carrick can't believe this. This is the EPL, man. You can't just come from nowhere and win. No way. Today you're gonna taste a loss. Big up to everyone who is already. Nice. If you are watching and you haven't voted, man, make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. I don't know why my network is misbehaving. Make sure to vote. Today he doesn't know football. As we wait for senior to be taught ball two exactly, man. Exactly. You are right 100%, even 110%. Today, the new managers are gonna face it. Let's wait for the second half. A to the B. I know right now you are happy, man. Just like I am. Very, very happy. On the other side, oh my God, let me take you on the other side, man. It's crazy. Tottenham is down 2 goals already. Let me take you on the other side, man. Nice, nice. You can see Tottenham is down 2 goals to nil. Crazy, 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 crazy. Also, Brighton is up 2 goals to 1 as Nottingham. I was rooting for Nottingham Forest to win. What's happening? I guess they are not ready, man. They are not ready to win today. Very, very happy, man. The first half for the match we have been, enjoying. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. On your case, you can see the statistics for the first half. Ball possession, Manchester United was at the top with 55%. Nice, nice, nice. While Crystal Palace with 45%. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Because they were defending mostly. They are defending their one precious goal that they scored in the 4th minute. For the total shots, you can see Manchester are leading with 5 total shots, while Crystal Palace with 4. When it comes to shots on target, again, Manchester leading. Manchester's been knocking the door, but unfortunately, they are still down 1 goal. For the goal kicks, just the same, 3-3. Corner kicks, Manchester leading. Like I said, man, Manchester been knocking the door, but the score is still Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 in this first half. I guess like we have like 7 minutes before the second half. Resume. I hope you are ready, man. I'm also looking forward to see if Tottenham will come back and win that match, man. Because it's a big shame, man, to see Tottenham losing. It's a big, big, big shame, man. Let's wait and see if they're gonna redeem themselves. At the moment, let's just chill and wait. 6 minutes remaining. Grab some water, then we get back in 5 minutes and enjoy the second half together. And bigger, 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 bigger big up to Brooklyn Others. Tonight is gonna be crazy, man. We must. That's a must. I was checking this the head-to-head today. The last time Chelsea defeated Arsenal was in 2021. Can you imagine that? And they are outside here yapping, we are the world football. Yeah, no way, no way. The last time they defeated Arsenal was in 2021. Today, same medicine, man. We're gonna defeat them like crazy and proceed to the next game. So for the next round, let's wait for Crystal Palace to win this match. Then we proceed to the Arsenal football match that's gonna happen in how many hours? 1 hour and 30 minutes from now. Today is a big day, man. Today is a big day. I hope A to the B is happy seeing Tottenham being destroyed by Fulham. Can you imagine that? Fulham. Oh my God. Tottenham are very, very unlucky this season. It is what it is, man. Let them test a relegation this season. Nearly 4 minutes remaining. 4 good minutes. I hope Manchester United are not gonna score this. See, this is the second half. I mean, this second half. I hope Manchester are not going to equalize. Let us cross fingers together like this. The second half is gonna start any minute from now. The second half is gonna start, everybody. The second half is gonna start any minute from now, man. Just hold your horses, man. Those people who are here to watching, this is our game. Let's say to watch together. But if you're supporting also Manchester United, you are also welcome. All right? Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody to the stream. Let's do this. Let's do this. If you're watching, make sure to like this stream, subscribe, vote. Also, join this team every single day, man. We're doing live every single day. You don't want to miss out. Not just one, can do even 3 live streams in a day. Why are you missing this, man? Join the team. All right? Yeah, as you know, the second half is in. Let me put up a live commentary. I say commentary or commentary, whatever. You get it. Yes, sir. I can see you, man. Lock in. Lock in. A commentary, not commentary. Whatever, man. If we put up a commentary, we get it on together. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Casemiro, Mainu, and Buemo, Fernandez, the captain, Cunha, and Shesko. For Palace, Henderson between the sticks, the captain, Richards, Lacroix, Hanbot, Munoz, Wharton, Kamada, Mitchell, Sarr, Strundlarsen, and Johnson. Of course, there's 2 other games as well. Across the Premier League on this Sunday afternoon, it's Hove Albion 2, Nottingham Forest 1, and Fulham 2, Tottenham 0. That one just getting underway for the second half. And you can listen to both of those games elsewhere here this afternoon on the Flash Score Live audio commentary shows. But our focus here on Old Trafford. United with the ball. Casemiro inside the centre circle, plays it out towards Dallo, over the top towards Mbuemo. Cast on in towards the penalty area, but flicked away by Lacroix. Come back out towards Fernandez. 2 up against him, but runs out of a bit of room, and so the ball will kind of play for Crystal Palace, throwing down the left as they attack in this second period towards the edge of the penalty area that they are defending in this second half. And defend, you fear, will be the operative word for Oliver Glasner's side in this second period. To keep on for 1-0 lead. Buemo charges in towards the penalty. Only half clear. Shesko, a strike on his right foot, comes off a Campbell and a play for Manchester United corner on this right-hand side.
Come on, hold your horses,
And it's just switching off defensively there for a couple of seconds, and they're almost punished to the hilt as a result. And Buemo bringing it down. One came sliding in. He couldn't quite get his shot away. Shesko did. On his right foot inside the area, came off of the back of Canbot, the backside of Canbot.
Manchester,
and
hold
for a Manchester
your
United
horses,
corner on this
please.
right-hand side. It's going to be Ryan and Buemo to take. It's going to be a left-footed delivery in towards the penalty area. 2.5 minutes of this second half goal. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. And Buemo's corner towards the back post, glanced on by Casemiro. Only half clear, comes back out towards Dallo. Dallo to Mbuemo. 2 up against him, back to Dallo again. 25 yards out. Cross goes in by footed towards the penalty. Glanced on by Casemiro just over the bar. Good opportunity that. The second time he's had a decent header on goal. The United number 18 was just higher than Chris Richards, and I think he may have got a bit of a connection with the Crystal Palace number 26. He finds himself down on the deck.
That was a block of
Decent
the
header.
season. Damn, Superstar Milo, I see you. Manchester United win.
Right hand side of the
Come
goal,
on.
but
Let's wait and
the
see.
decent attempt of the second period, and Manchester United won.
Big up to everyone who's in, man.
It's
Big
gone.
up.
Palace
8
still
votes
leading
already.
by
Let's keep
goal
on
to
voting.
nil,
Man.
but
Vote,
United got better as the half went along, that's fair to say. Palace starting to bite with the two teams. United kind of getting back into it midway through the middle of the first half, and then ending the half strong. Dean Henderson receiving a yellow card from the referee, Chris Kavanagh, for a bit of time wasting. That's his third yellow card of the season. The Crystal Palace goalkeeper, ball launched forward, glanced on, one back by Casemiro on the half. Short towards Fernandez, who turns, heavy first touch, which allows Wharton to clear it away. Amins comes out in the United goal to pick up and then play it short towards Lenny Yoro. Now here's Kobe Mainu. Falls by half since Carrick's appointment. United has scored 9 in the second period of games. That's the second among sides since he's come back into the technical area here at Old Trafford. Here's Dallo back to Werner, into the box right side. Mainu chips the ball in by foot. It glanced on this time by Shesko. Couldn't quite get much power behind his glass header.
Fan that
So
thing,
it's a
Crystal
comfortable take
Palace.
for Dean Henderson
Fan, you are
towards the
win.
left-hand side of his post. Comfortable catch, and will now launch it forward right-footed to halfway out on this left-hand side. Glanced on by Dallo, winning it back for United, but recovered by Wharton on the halfway. Forced out to the right-hand side, forward towards Sarr. Sarr finding Daniel Munoz. Munoz back towards Chris Richards, and Richards play it towards Kamada. Turns, plays it forward, almost intercepted on the halfway, but one back by Sarr. Every pass out towards Mitchell, but he will get there, and he's in space on this left-hand side. Edge of the area, up against Dallo, plays it along towards the path of Strud-Larsen. It was along the floor, so in and around the penalty area, but Strud-Larsen's effort on his left foot blazed wide a goal. Couldn't quite get any clean connection to the ball. So 5 minutes gone in this second half. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Maxence Lacroix's third-minute strike, the difference between the two sides. We're having a look at replay of what United wanted a penalty appeal, because as that second ball went in towards Shesko, there was appeals of hands against Lacroix.
Now they want a penalty.
As Shesko moves forward again
Come on,
here,
you
25 yards
Manchester
out, plays
United.
across to Cunha. Cunha being forced out to the left. Touch on Munoz. Sees the ball away from him, but he will pick it up second time, driving towards the edge of the box. 2 up against it, plays it back towards Mazraoui. Here is Mazraoui again, plays it back towards the back post from the initial pass from Cunha, flicked out by Tariq Mitchell. It will be another Manchester United corner on the right side. 51 and a half gone. United 0, Crystal Palace 1, and it's going to be Buemo to take this corner again for Manchester United. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinging delivery from this right-hand side. Buemo's corner. Swung in towards the back post, punched away by Henderson, cleared by Sarr, out towards the half, where it'll be picked up again by Lament inside the centre circle. Short towards Mazraoui for Manchester United. Now Fernandez plays it along the floor, in towards the area it goes, ball down inside the area. Here's Matthias Cunha by Maxence Lacroix, and Manchester United get themselves a penalty.
Oh my God.
Maxence Lacroix and his skipper Dean Henderson trying to peel his innocence, but it was clear cut.
God.
And he brought down the Manchester United number 10. And the Red Devils have themselves a spot kick 7 minutes after the restart.
God.
Well, Chris Kavanagh is just getting a word of communication from VAR. He's asking everybody bar the captains to walk away from the situation. He was being surrounded somewhat. Kavanagh explained the situation. Both captains and Maxence Lacroix, the player, found guilty of giving away the spot kick. And this a golden opportunity for Manchester United to get themselves back on level terms. And you have to say, the way they played over the last 20, 25 minutes or so, it's well overdue spot kick. Now, I think they're having a look at seeing where the contact may have began, because it may have began outside the penalty area. It certainly did. And the question is, does it continue inside the box? That's what VAR are looking at. There's no denying that there's a foul, but it's the proximity of it, which may well bail Crystal Palace out here.
Yes.
And Chris Kavanagh has been given instruction. We're having a look at the VAR pictures on the monitor that we have here.
For sure. For sure.
And it's all about geography of where Matheus Cunha was, which will determine whether the foul took place in or outside of the penalty area. Meanwhile, Bruno Fernandes had the ball over the penalty spot, ready to take the spot kick.
Please. He did
Now, the contact definitely starts outside the penalty area. That there's no doubt.
It's outside the penalty area.
The question is over whether it continues when Matheus Cunha enters the Crystal Palace penalty area. Oliver Glasner's having a look at the incident on an iPad that he has in the Palace technical area. I don't think Palace are debating the fact whether it's a foul or not. They're debating the geography of where the ball is. Chris Kavanagh is putting his whistle to his lips. He's going to have a look at this himself.
Yes.
He's going to head over to the monitor.
Look at it, please.
And usually, when the referee is sent over there, the on-field decision tends to get reversed. He's going to have a look for himself as to whether the contact continues inside the penalty area.
There is the day Manchester United are gonna face it. Let's go, Crystal.
Now, there's certainly a grappling from the choir, that there's no doubt. But it's certainly very tight to determine whether it was in or outside the box. This check now has taken the best part of 3 minutes. It looks like he's going to turn around and he's going to give an announcement to the crowd. Now, we won't be able to hear it here on Flash Score. And so it's my job now to try and be the best lip reader possible. He's addressing the crowds at Old Trafford. 55 and a half minutes gone. And Manchester United are going to have a penalty. And not just that, Maxime Lacroix, who scored in the 3rd minute, has been sent off.
Oh my God.
It's a red card for the Crystal Palace number 3. 1 up.
The referee. We see you, man. Oh my God.
And all of a sudden, things have gone desperately wrong for Oliver Glasner's side. They've conceded a penalty. They're down to 10. And Bruno Fernandes has the opportunity from the penalty spot to level this game up at 1 apiece. He's had a good few minutes to think about where he wants to go.
To be honest, the referee is a Manchester United fan.
Most of them have gone towards the left-hand side. Fernandes against Henderson from 12 yards out. Fernandes takes his time, composes himself, steps up, right foot in bottom right-hand corner, and it's 1 apiece. Manchester United back on level terms. The skipper, Bruno Fernandes, levelling things up on the penalty spot. 57 minutes gone. Manchester United 1, Palace 1. And in the space of a few moments, Palace has seen their goal lead evaporate and they've seen themselves a man down. Fernandes, unsurprisingly, keeping his cool from 12 yards out. And for him, that is his 7th Premier League goal of the season.
No way.
And for Manchester United, they now have a foundation in which to build upon. The captain, once again, as he so often does, leading by example, and perhaps no surprise here, Palace players going to be sacrificed.
They need now to play even
Johnson,
more, put more energy, because they are now
to be replaced
one
by
player
Jenny
down.
Riad, and Strun Larsen is also going to come off, and he's going to be replaced by Evan Guessant.
Oh my God. Crystal Palace, you can do this. Let's go.
Brandon Johnson being the unfortunate player that had to be sacrificed because of the red card to Maxence Lacroix, who's had a
my God.
very busy afternoon here at Old Trafford. Scored the opener for Crystal Palace, but then sent off as Bruno Fernandes levels up from the penalty spot. So 58.5 minutes gone, and it is Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score live audio commentary service. As I say, Lacroix goal in the 3rd minute, cancelled out by Bruno Fernandes' penalty in the 57th, and we have a level game once again here at Old Trafford. Poor pass there from Kamado, so to play it back into Mitchell, concedes a throw on the halfway here to Manchester United on this right-hand side. It's Lenny Yotta in possession, plays it back towards Harry Maguire. Maguire driving towards the halfway here for United. Now to Casemiro. Short to Fernandes. Back to Casemiro again for United. Will switch the play out towards the left-hand side and towards Mazraoui, who himself manages to find Matthias Cunha. Back to Maguire again here for United. Cunha against Munoz, gets the better of him. Engineer, of course, goes in. Šeško just couldn't quite wrap his feet around it. Around about 6 yards out. Back was to go. He was looking to twist and turn, but was unable to kind of get his footing together. And the ball will trickle out of play.
Manchester.
Crystal Palace goalkeeper.
I'm not looking for
the
the
hour mark
winning goal.
At Old Trafford, one of 3 live Premier League games on this Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. It's Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 1. Maxence Lacroix scoring in the 3rd minute of the contest to give Palace a 1-0 lead. He was sent off as he gave a penalty away following a foul on Matthias Cunha. The pushing began outside the penalty, went inside the box, and it was a denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity. Bruno Fernandes would then convert from 12 yards out in the 57th minute to level things up for Manchester United. They now go for the front. Casemiro forward towards Šeško, edge of the area, sun in his eyes, cleared away by Crystal Palace. It's a glorious Manchester afternoon. Still a bit of a nip and a chill in the air as February turns into March and spring very much comes into our peripheral view. Maguire to Casemiro, just beyond the halfway here for Manchester United, short towards Kobbie Mainoo, back to Casemiro again. Here's Harry Maguire. Plays it back towards Lenny Yotta again. Back towards Maguire. Maguire towards Casemiro. Cleared away by Water. Now here's Kamada for Crystal Palace, driving beyond the halfway, gets a better of Šeško, was looking to slip forward Saab, but it's going to be picked up by Yotta, cleared away by Lamens. Now
This is alarm football we are watching, man.
Mainoo now out to Casemiro.
They are robbing Crystal Palace, man. A chance to win today.
Shot to Bruno Fernandes, 15 yards inside.
But Crystal can, come back and win. Who knows? You remember Everton?
Half of Mainoo. Mainoo finds Cunha, cleared away.
Everton did something good.
And sloppily given away by Kamada. Now here's Fernandes. Cross goes in towards Šeško's look and around the back post, but Palace do manage to clear their lines. It's Munoz who will punt it clear for Oliver Glasner's team. And then Evan Gresson was brought down on the halfway by Harry Maguire. Free kick conceded. He cannot believe that the referee has given the decision. Just backed into the Crystal Palace number 29 on the halfway. Blocking his path to the ball. He's back up on his feet, and Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United skipper, trying to plead the innocence of his teammates. And those protestations are going to count for now. So 62.5 gone. United 1, Palace 1. Palace for a free kick just inside the Manchester United half. Off centre towards the right-hand side, and it is Chris Richards over. Plays it short towards the path of Canbot. Play it back towards Chris Richards again, and he in turn will find the goalkeeper Dean Henderson. They're forward, right-footed, beyond the halfway he goes. Glanced off by Maguire. Back by Chris Richards, chested down inside the centre circle. Here's Ismail Assar, driving through the middle here. Assar, he's going to have a stab on his right foot. Low drill, 25 yards out, but Lamin's comfortably able to get down low and comfortably gather in the Manchester United goal. Casemiro spraying it out towards Fernandes, left-hand side, driving in towards the middle of the Crystal Palace half, edge of the area, gets a bit of Munoz. Fernandes, he's going to let fly on his right foot towards the edge of the penalty area, but wide of the right-hand post by a couple of yards. But once again, it's the United skipper who's the instigator. And he's saying that there was a little bit of a flick off of Chris Richards there.
Who knows?
He's hoping that it went behind for a corner. Goal kick, the call by Chris Kavanagh, the referee. So 2 other games taking place this afternoon in the Premier League at 2 o'clock on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. We went through the second half in both. Brighton leading Nottingham Forest by 2 goals to 1, whilst Fulham and 2-0 to the good at Craven Cottage.
Tottenham are still down 2 goals. Oh my God, Manchester 2 goals.
Past 4. Arsenal take on Chelsea, big game at the top of the Premier League table from the Emirates, and you can listen to that here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Here's Fernandes with Werner out to his right. 25 yards out from goal. Plays it infield towards Cunha. Cunha looking to thrash it across towards Šeško and able to do so. Crystal Palace
are cooked.
Only as far as Fernandes again. Good ball in towards the penalty. Šeško dives it down into the bottom right-hand corner. And Manchester United get their noses in front. And Benjamin Šeško really is relishing life in red now. He takes the acclaim of his teammates. He takes the acclaim of Old Trafford. Manchester United, with 25 minutes to play, have their noses in front. Benjamin Šeško with his 8th goal of the season in the Premier League. And it was Crystal Palace again, the architect of their own downfall, cheaply giving the ball away. Fernandes, cross goes in by Fulham, and it's a bullet header from Benjamin Šeško from in and around the penalty spot. In towards the bottom right-hand corner. Dean Henderson at full stretch, but couldn't quite get there. And from 1-0 down, Manchester United have turned this game on its head. Through the head of Benjamin Šeško.
Oh my God.
Much to the relief, much to the delight of Michael Carrick, who for sure would have had a few choice words to say about his United players at the break. But the celebration, one of sheer relief and jubilation for Benjamin Šeško. He got a lot of stick from the beginning of the season, but he really is beginning to flourish in the pressurised red strip of Manchester United now. And with 25 minutes to go, they lead by 2 goals to 1. As to Crystal Palace, they now find themselves a goal down and a man down.
Oh my God.
You get the sense, the way and the mood that United are in.
Unlucky.
The goal scoring may not be done. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Fulham may have a bit of a grandstand finish at Craven Cottage against Tottenham. A chance to put him on back 2-1 there. United go for a third here. Cunha steps inside. Curled effort, but straight to Dean Henderson and the near post. It was a right-footed shot from the edge of the penalty area. As I say, a bit of a curled effort, but a comfortable grab in the end for the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. Oliver Glasner going to make another change. Will Hughes is set to come on. Just having a look at the Tottenham goal now. Ball goes in, edge of the
obviously they will win after the
ref
has set them crippled Palace.
Inside the 6-yard box towards
Crystal
the bottom
Palace are
right-hand corner.
crippled
There was a bit of
right
a
now.
scuffle after that goal went in. But Tottenham pulling one back with Charlton in the 66th minute. Will Hughes is going to come on here for Crystal Palace. Adam Wharton is going to be the man. Going to be sacrificed for him.
They have sacrificed Crystal Palace man, for their win. This is the referee.
Change in the afternoon. 2 minutes of normal time to play. They have themselves a free kick, and that's going to be Will Hughes' first involvement this afternoon. Left-hand side, 5 yards inside the Manchester United half. Can the 10 men get themselves back on turns? Hughes' free kick, played out towards the back post. Glanced away by Maguire. Is Cunha doing well to make the challenge of a couple. And then when it was one back by Chris Richards, referee Chris Kavanagh blows for a free kick, which is taken quickly by United. On the halfway is Casemiro along the centre, but cleared away by Palace. One back by Kobbie Mainoo on the half. Who's got Dalot out to his right if he so wants it, but plays it back towards Harry Maguire inside the centre circle. Here's Kobbie Mainoo again here for United. Now to Mbeumo. Mbeumo back towards Lenny Yoro. Yoro to Mbeumo again. Here is here's Diogo Dalot towards Kobbie Mainoo again.
You can see it's tough for Tottenham.
Down the centre,
They have
30
scored,
yards out from goal towards
and the goal was
Brian
disallowed.
Mbeumo once more.
Oh my God.
This is out to
Poor
Daichi Kamada.
Tottenham.
Now picking the ball up is Lenny Yoro, halfway line, right-hand side, short towards the possession of Casemiro again. Dalot, Mbeumo, back to Casemiro once more. Kobbie Mainoo to Lenny Yoro. Now Harry Maguire. Maguire plays it out towards Mazraoui. Mazraoui to Fernandes, turning past Munoz, but then Munoz with a deep touch to knock it out of play for United throw. Left-hand side, 15 yards inside the Crystal Palace half as we approach the final 20
Tottenham,
minutes here
we are
at
very
Old Trafford.
sorry,
Manchester
man.
United 2, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the
Superstar Milo say GG.
commentary services.
GG
Maguire
Manu.
inside the centre circle for Manchester United, played out towards
The
Lenny
referee
Yoro.
has favored you, man. The referee has favored Manchester United, man.
Ran straight into trouble. It's one back by Dalot.
And I don't like it, man.
Running himself into trouble. Now
I don't
Kamada in
like
for
it.
Palace. Shoved to the floor by Kobbie Mainoo. Palace free kick down the centre. 10 yards inside the Manchester United half as we enter the final 20 minutes here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Palace took the lead
They
in the
can.
third minute. Max is the quads header, giving them the advantage. He was then sent off 10 minutes after the restart after a VAR check. He brought Matthias Cunha down to the ground. United with a penalty dispatched by Bruno Fernandes. And then the goal scorer, turn provider, in the 66th minute, cross went in on the right-hand side on his right foot from around about 25 yards out. And it was glanced on in and around the penalty spot by Benjamin Sesko, his 8th Premier League goal of the season, to make it 2-1-2 United. Palace free kick, though.
Benjamin Sesko.
Cleared away by Cunha. Now Casemiro stabbing out towards Fernandes, who evades the on-rushing JD Canvot. Now switched out towards Diogo Dalot. Brings it down towards here, playing it back towards the path of Kobbie Mainoo. Casemiro back to Mainoo again. Casemiro once more for Manchester United, finding Jose Mazraoui. Here's Lenny Yoro in possession. Towards Diogo Dalot again. Now back to Lenny Yoro, who in turn will play the pass in towards the possession of Harry Maguire. Jose Mazraoui for Manchester United. And Uncle Carrick's side, perhaps no surprise when you consider the situation of the game. Just happy to play it along the floor. Don't need to do too much desperate now. This afternoon, which will put them up to third in the Premier League table. That's a bit of a cool surprise. They lost 2-0 at Molineux against Wolves in the Friday night game. Wyatt out to
Superstar Lilo saying, yeah, they can.
It's a better of Munoz. Cunha into the area here. He goes down, but he's been told to get back up. Fernandes wins it back. Here's Mainoo out towards Casemiro, edge of the D to Dalot, right side the box. Cross goes in, back stick. Guarded on by Cunha, flicked away by Richards on the line. It's going to come back out towards Fernandes though.
They are now dominating
Manchester United,
10
play
players.
back towards Kobbie Mainoo.
It's
Mainoo to
unfair, man.
Fernandes off of Mazraoui.
It's
Fernandes.
unfair, man.
Short on the underlap towards Mainoo. Chips it in towards the back post. Chested down by Tyreek Mitchell, who can only concede a corner on this right-hand side. 73 gone. United with a corner, leading 2-1 and looking to create a bit of a cushion for themselves. Just have a look at replay of the potential penalty incident. Cunha just running into Daniel Munoz. Nothing really to be said about that particular incident. But they do have themselves a set piece to open up a 2-goal lead. And Wermo over the corner kick is going to be a left-footed in-swinging delivery from the right-hand side. And Wermo towards the back post. Casemiro couldn't quite glance it on. It's been put back in by Fernandez. Too much venom on it, but it's going to fall for Wermo. Into the area on this right-hand side. He's going to fit the ball in back post. In towards the bar for Casemiro. Brilliant save from Henderson. On the volley, Casemiro 6 yards out towards the near post. But the Palace goalkeeper gets it away. It's still alive. Fernandez in towards the area. And second time, Dean Henderson able to comfortably collect in the Crystal Palace goal.
My
Ball goes
goodness.
in
Manchester
towards the
now
back
using
post.
this as an
Casemiro on the
advantage.
volley. Siphoned on his right foot. Parried away by Dean Henderson in the Crystal Palace goal. Torrey Mitchell able to clear it further to safety. But it was an excellent save from the Crystal Palace shot stopper to stop them from going 2 behind, and you get the sense from there that would be game over. United are going to make a change of their own. Ahmad is going to come on, and Benjamin Sesko, who got the second, is going to be the man who is going to come off with a quarter of an hour remaining. And they're certainly beginning to fall in love with their Slovenian superstar. It took him a little while to get going at Old Trafford, but now 8 Premier League goals of the season. Scored on Monday night against Everton. And the super sub is also a super starter, it seems. So Ahmed coming on for the final quarter of an hour or so, and here's his first touch of the ball, a heavy one, but manages to play it back to Casemiro, who gives the ball away, but is going to come back out towards Ahmed again, but foul on Ismaila Sarr means that Crystal Palace are going to get themselves a free kick in the middle of their own half, and they can just calm down what has been a barrage of Manchester United pressure. Quarter of an hour to go. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. It's been a busy weekend across the Flash Score Live Audio Commentary Service, not just in the Premier League, but we had a busy weekend's worth of Championship action, which comes to a close tomorrow night at St Andrews as Birmingham City take on second place Middlesbrough. That game is available here across Flash Score by downloading the Flash Score app. But in our Saturday slate of games, Coventry City continue to make moves at the top end of the table. 4 wins out of 4 now. They got the better of Stoke City by 2 goals to 1. And it was courtesy of a 94th minute winner by Jack Gradoni to get the better of Stoke City by 2 goals to 1. So they're at the top of the table. This was the best of the Championship slate. In fact, we'll give it to you in just a second because here's Will Hughes. Palace are going to begin to build here. Kamada, who's got Mitchell out towards his left if he so wants him. Mitchell into the area, left-hand side. Cross goes in. Huge of an effort. Lojo comes off a Yoro out towards the path of Riyadh. Back to Chris Richards, 10 yards inside United territory. Here's Canvot. He's now moved out towards the right-hand side to allow Riyadh to occupy the left-hand flank. Mitchell towards Riyadh on the halfway. Now Chris Richards, United forcing Palace back to within their own half. But now driving again with Ismaila Sarr through the middle, looking to find Kamada, cleared away by Lenny Yoro, followed by Fernandez, but picked back up again by Chris Richards, who plays it back towards Riyadh, who in turn will find Henderson. Short to Hughes in the middle of his own half here for Crystal Palace. Richards infield towards Will Hughes again. Driving towards the centre circle. They're now driving at a couple of United players, but it's one back by Ahmed, back into Diogo Dalot's path. As I say, in terms of the Championship slate yesterday, Derby beat Blackburn 3-1, Leicester 0, Norwich 2, Portsmouth 0, Hull 1, Charlton 0, Wrexham 1, Coventry 2, Stoke 1, as we mentioned. Ipswich, well, they continued their fine form. They got the better of Swansea by 3 goals to 0, 2 goals in the first half, really putting that game to bed. Oxford United, a big win down the bottom of the table, 2-1 over fellow strugglers West Bromwich Albion. Millwall got the better of Preston and Deepdale by 2 goals to 0. Sheffield United beating QPR by 2 goals to 0. Southampton beating Sheffield Wednesday by 3-1. As I say, Middlesbrough in action tomorrow, and they take on Birmingham City at St Andrews. We'll be bringing you that game on Flash Score. But Coventry City at the top, 71 points in their name. They have a 9-point lead for third place Millwall. Middlesbrough in second on 63. Millwall in third on 62. Ipswich in fourth on 60. Hull in third also on 60. And Wrexham occupy the final playoff spot in sixth with 67 points to their name. Down the bottom, Sheffield Wednesday's relegation was confirmed last weekend, having lost the Steel City derby to Sheffield United. Oxford United have given themselves a glimmer of hope on 32, Leicester on 34, West Brom on 35, just above the drop zone. But Leicester and West Brom in two sides that look as if they're very much in the relegation quagmire in the EFL Championship. And we'll keep you abreast of it happening across the Championship. We do have a midweek match, a big week match at that, as Ipswich Town take on Hull City on Tuesday night. And you can keep up to date that on Flash Scores. Ahmad has a shot from the edge of the area, but it's a comfortable take for Dean Henderson in the Crystal Palace goal as we approach the final 10 minutes here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1 here on the Flash Score live audio commentary service. Hughes out towards the half of Chadi Riyadh. To take on Hull. That's a big game on Tuesday night, and we'll keep you abreast of that one at Portman Road on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It's a full midweek slate of matches. 4 games on Tuesday. Bournemouth taking on Brentford, Everton taking on Burnley, Leeds up against Sunderland, and Wolves versus Liverpool, the late game. Listen to all 4 of those matches across the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. And then on Wednesday night, it's Aston Villa, Chelsea, Brighton against Arsenal, Fulham against West Ham, Manchester City taking on Nottingham Forest, and Newcastle against Manchester United. And the Thursday game sees Palace in action as they head to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to take on Spurs. 10 minutes to go here, and they trail Manchester United by 2-1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Here's Ahmad towards the edge of the penalty area, back towards Dallo. Dallo short towards Fernandez, in towards the bottom line of Buermo. Pinball around the area, Kamada towards Hughes. It wasn't the nicest path to him. He can only clear it as far as Casemiro, driving towards the edge of the box. Fernandez in the D. We're going to slip through Casemiro. He goes down, but it was more slip than anything else. And the ball will trickle through.
Come on, Manchester
Dean Henderson in the
relax.
Crystal Palace goal rather comfortably in the end. But neat
But
play
you know,
out for
that's
Casemiro to pick up Fernandez. And
I'm
then
even feeling sorry for
you can
Spurs
tell the
more than
intention, but
Palace.
Casemiro had a couple of
All the
defenders in
cute-
front of him.
All the
And then
cute
Henderson able to
stadium
comfortably
just to
gather
play the
between the sticks
championship
and the
is
Crystal Palace
crazy.
goal. Final 9 minutes here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Crystal
Sorry
Palace
for
1
Spurs,
here
man.
on the Flash Score Live audio commentary. So don't forget that later on this afternoon will be at the Emirates as Arsenal take on Chelsea. That's our 4:30 offering here.
It's gonna
on
be
the
late
Flash Score Live audio
after this.
commentary service. Fernandez in towards Cunha. Cunha's going to strike one. Low drilled on his right foot.
Arsenal
It's a
vs Chelsea. It's gonna
comfortable
be late
save for
also.
Dean
Bumbo
Henderson in
cats.
the Crystal Palace goal. Well, United, knowing that in their minds they feel this game is getting safer and safer, beginning just to become just that little bit more adventurous as Cunha concedes a foul on Daniel Munoz on this far side. For Manchester United, it will be a first league double over Palace in 8 seasons. And keep up their impressive record in the Premier League. They're the only team who haven't lost in the Premier League since Boxing Day. They've won 6 and drawn 4, while the other side has won more points than the Red Devils, 22 in that period. However, Palace find themselves in here. Back towards Kamada, inside the box, heavy first touch. On his right foot, and United able to bring it away. Ball down now by Campos. Covered by Cunha, Chris Richards in towards the path of Will Hughes here. Hughes up against Buermo. Here's Ismail Sarr, cleared away by Mazraoui, back towards Will Hughes again. Sarr plays it back towards Canbon. Now here's Chris Richards inside the centre circle. Short towards the path of Gresson, looking to turn past Casemiro, ball down by the Brazilian. So free kick to Crystal Palace, just on centre towards the right hand side, and 5 yards inside Manchester United territory as Joshua Zirkzee looks set to come on here for Manchester United with 7 minutes of this game left to go.
Oh
In
my
fact, it looks like it's going to be a
goodness.
double change here for Michael Carrick. Aidan Evans also going to come on.
Crystal Palace, can you just score one goal and a draw is better than a lose?
Palace
Please.
free kick, right hand side. They're being forced to bring it back a couple of yards. They'll try to be a little bit too adventurous in terms of the territory they wanted it to be taken in. United are going to wait, of course, for this set piece to be taken before they do make the change. It's going to be Kamada to take this free kick for the visitors on his right foot, short in towards the possession of Tyreek Mitchell. Driving through the middle, 25 yards out. Strikes one on his left foot. He was being propped up by Fernandes, but still able to get the shot away. But it's blazed over the bar and into the Stretford end. Palace are going to make a change of their own. And that's going to see Jeremy Pino come on. And it's going to be Kamada, the player that is going to be withdrawn. United to make a double change. It's going to see Harry Maguire come off for Aidan Heaven. To an astounding round of applause across Old Trafford, it has to be said. So his afternoon is going to come to a close. Evan will come on, and Brian Mbeumo is going to be the player sacrificed for Joshua Zirkzee for the final 5 minutes or so that remain here at Old Trafford. So Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Palace took the lead in the 3rd minute. Chris Richards' header from a Brennan Johnson corner gave him the lead at the break before he was then sent off 10 minutes after the restart, denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity when he hauled back Matthias Cunha. The contact began outside the box but continued inside it, and then Bruno Fernandes able to slot away his penalty to the bottom right-hand corner to level things up. Then Benjamin Sesko off a Bruno Fernandes cross, a bullet header from in and around the penalty spot, giving United the lead 25 minutes time. Looking Crystal Palace spoil the party for Michael Carrick's side, who will go up to 3rd in the Premier League table with victory here this afternoon. They have possession, but it's deep inside their own half. Chris Richards playing out towards the half of Chadi Riyad. Riyad quite finds Jeremy Pino, so then Euro will pick possession back up for Manchester United and play it back towards the path of Lamin. So we'll play it forward, right footed towards the halfway, glanced on by Chris Richards, chested down by Pino with Ahmed close by to him. Here's Tyreek Mitchell now. Mitchell playing it back towards Riyad. Now to Richards. Riyad again here for Palace, just beyond the halfway on this left-hand side. Played back by Pino towards the path of Chris Richards. Who in turn will find JD Canbot to play the ball forward, but it's run back by United, who are playing out looking to find Ahmad. Mitchell not quite strong enough. Here's Casemiro looking to find Zirkzee. Palace managed to clear their lines. Here's Pino playing it forward, looking to find Gesson, but it's too heavy for him, and you'll watch it go out for a Manchester United goal kick, much to the frustration of Oliver Glasner, the Crystal Palace boss. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to try and turn this situation around. They have had more possession over the last 10 minutes, 55% in comparison to the 45% of Manchester United, but still not for his side to do. And to be positive in the instructions that he's giving to his Crystal Palace players. And then we'll launch it forward. It's a right-footed kick out towards the right-hand side. Not on though by Hughes. Palace winning it back, but only as far as Casemiro the halfway, loses that to Gesson. Just ball watched for a second and was punished for it, but his teammate Matthias Cunha bailing him out by winning it back. Lament's back out towards the possession of Mazraoui.
This game is going to end Manchester winning.
By Gesson. turn past in. The Palace number 29, though, loses out to Kobe Mainu. Out on this far side, middle of the United half, and now they have space with Fernandez, who breaks free. He's got three in front of him. Out towards Xerxes, left side. Inside the penalty, up against Richards towards the byline. Played back towards Mainu, inside the box, back to Fernandez, who has to turn outside the area. Now here's Casemiro towards the path of Ahmad, who turns back to goal. Dallo to find Ahmad again, loses that to Will Hughes. Here's Jeremy Pino. And now Palace looking to drive into United territory. Ismail Assar with Gesson just a bit further forward. He got space on this right-hand side. Was pulled back. It's going to be a free kick to Crystal Palace. And it's going to be a yellow card for Aidan Hev. 5 minutes are coming on. Finds himself in Chris Kavanagh's notebook. Final minute of normal time here at Old Trafford. Aidan Heaven, his second yellow card of the season. United with a 2-1 lead here at Old Trafford to protect against Crystal Palace, who have themselves a free kick on the right-hand side. In the middle of the Manchester United half, attacking towards the Stretford end in this second period. It's going to be Jeremy Pino to take this free kick for Oliver Glasner's side. It's going to be a right-footed delivery in towards the penalty area. Fizzed into the back post, and Richards couldn't quite get there. It's a bit of a waste of a set piece, and the truth be told, the ball's going to go out for a Manchester United goal kick as we enter the final few seconds of normal time here. There will be some stoppages because of the lengthy VAR check for the penalty that leveled things up for Manchester United, who lead by 2 goals to 1 here. That's the hoping that every single second has been wasted is going to be added on. That's rather wishful thinking as we enter the first of 8 stoppage time minutes at the end of this second period. United leading by 2 goals to 1. Maxime Lacroix getting the opener for Crystal Palace 3 minutes into the contest, rising highest of a Brennan Johnson corner out on the left. He would then be sent off for denying Matthias Cunha a clear goal scoring opportunity. The contact beginning outside the box but continuing inside, which meant Bruno Fernandes was able to convert from the penalty spot in the 57th minute. And then he would turn provider for Benjamin Sesko. A really good ball in. Right footed from the right hand side, whipped him towards Sesko, who in and around the penalty spot glanced his header in towards the roof of the net to give Manchester United a 2-1 lead. That's what they're protecting in these 8 minutes worth of stoppage time at the end of this second period. A reminder that elsewhere, entering stoppage time at both the Amex and at Craven Cottage, Brighton leading Forest by 2 goals to 1. Fulham doing exactly the same against Tottenham Hotspur. United looking to hang on and move up to 3rd in the Premier League table. Ball cleared away. Saar was looking to find Gesson. Mazraoui has it here for United. Bruno Fernandes in possession. He found Mazraoui in space towards the edge of the box, but Richards doing well to read the situation. Hughes gets it away. Driving now is Daniel Munoz up against Cunha. Right hand side, 5 yards from the edge of United territory. Pinned back up by Mainu, now towards the path of Matthias Cunha, who was being grappled with by Daniel Munoz. Free kick to United just infield from the left hand side, 10 yards in Crystal Palace territory. 2 of the 8 second half stoppage time minutes have elapsed. United still with that slender 2 goals to 1 lead. Here's Diogo Dallo. Played back towards Lenny Yoro. Yoro finds Heaven, and now Casemiro back to Aidan Heaven again. Casemiro plays it out towards the path of Mazraoui. But cheaply given away, and Gesson almost got on the end of it there for Crystal Palace. United just about able to clear their lines. Diogo Dallo picking it up on this near side, the right side as they move forward. Yoro towards the edge of his own penalty area, chested down by Kobe Mainu. He's got Ahmad forward if he wants him. Picks him out. 25 yards of goal down the centre. Had 2 up against him. Mainu towards Ahmad. Shakes himself up to shoot. He's going to strike one, and it's a brilliant save from Dean Henderson. Ahmad for 25 yards out, let fly on his right foot towards the bottom left-hand corner, but it's parried away by Dean Henderson and parried out for United corner out on the left-hand side. Well, Dean Henderson's made a couple of vital saves to just about keep Crystal Palace in this contest. But again, more defensive work for Oliver Glasner's side to do. As we head towards the midway point of 8 stoppage time minutes at the end of this second period here at Old Trafford. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes to take this corner, right-footed from this left-hand side, towards the near post, but it's going to hit the roof of the net, and Crystal Palace can just calm things down for a couple of seconds. Michael Carrick, his good run in charge is set to continue. His unbeaten run is set to continue, and United set to rise up into third place in the Premier League standings, should things stay as they are. In terms of the match stats, United 61% possession compared to 39% of Palace, 17 shots, 11 on target. Palace with 8, 3 on target. So a dominant display, particularly after the half-hour mark from Michael Carrick's team. Here's Ahmad driving on this right-hand side, driving at the substitute. Riyad gets a better of him. Ahmad plays it back. Xerxes inside the area, blocked by Daniel Munoz, and that really would have put the cap on a superb second half performance for Manchester United. Xerxes inside the box, the ball played into him, first time ever with the side of his right foot, blocked by the Palace number 2, who got down low, and the visitors able to clear the ball away, but United will pick it back up. Lamens between the sticks. A reminder of what's happening in our other 2 o'clock kickoffs. Still 2-1 in both of those. Brighton beating Forest and Fulham beating Tottenham. As Ahmed moves forward here, ball down by Chris Richards. It's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. Richards came sliding in from behind, but flag went up for offside. Luckily for him, in any instance against Ahmad, which bailed him out of a bit of bother for that. There's absolutely no doubt. So 3 of the 8 second half stoppage time minutes still to play. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. You're listening to the Premier League here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Dean Henderson over this free kick here for Crystal Palace. Middle of his own half. Just out to the right hand side. It's going to be glanced on towards the path of Ismail Assar. 2 up against him. Got Munoz on the overlap and plays the ball in himself. Cleared away by Denny Yoro. Hughes still rising. Glanced away by Casemiro. Comes back out towards the path of Mitchell again. Left side, edge of the penalty up against Fernandes towards the byline. Cross comes in, takes a nick off the United number 8, but side able to just about clear their line. Towards Fernandes again. Play forward, looking to find Joshua Xerxes, who gets the better of Richards. And spaces have opened up here for United. Driving now is Cunha. 25 yards out from goal. Out to Fernandes. Fernandes plays it in towards the path for Ahmad. Xerxes looking for free. First time ever on his right foot block. Play back now in towards the path for Kobe Mainu, who strikes it low drilled, right footed for the best part of 25 yards out, but it goes wide of the left hand post by a good 3-4 yards. So for Crystal Palace, 90 seconds of stoppage time to go. Perhaps last chance saloon for Oliver Glasner's side. Henderson knocking it forward, right footed beyond the halfway line. Flicked on, one back by Will Hughes. Up in the air it goes. Glanced on, one back by Mainu again. Flicked on this time by Canvot towards Gerson. Gerson, Pinho. Everybody back now for United. The 10-minute Palace look to play the ball through with Pinho in towards the path of Gerson. It was just too heavy, and it was the perfect play, apart from the velocity of the pass. That, for Oliver Glasner, as he heads straight back towards his technical area, he knows that was the moment. It's finished at the Amex. A big 3 points of Brighton to see themselves perhaps away from trouble. They've beaten Nottingham Forest by 2 goals to 1, but for Tottenham, they still find themselves very much trapped into that relegation mire.
Manchester is winning this
They've been
match,
beaten at
man.
Craven Cottage by Fulham by 2 goals to 1. Final few seconds of stoppage time here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. United have themselves a free kick. Chadi Riyad with a foul in and around the halfway.
Manchester is
That
winning this
should be
match.
pretty much all she wrote. Casemiro, the player that was
Ended,
brought down
man.
for United.
Match is over.
Mina with a quick free kick towards Fernandez, out towards Xerxes, and this surely, if they can, will head towards the corner. That was the intention, but Hughes wins it back. Final few seconds, final play. And Palace to have a little bit of space here. Here is Saar, who manages to find Mitchell, and it goes towards Pino. Pino in towards the area. Gasson just couldn't quite get anything to it. Menu clears it away, and the referee will blow the full-time whistle. And it was a second half comeback job for Michael Carrick's Manchester United. Benjamin Sesko, Big Ben in red, once again being the main man for Manchester United, scoring the winner. They trailed at half-time. Maxence Lacroix's goal in the third minute gave them the lead at the interval. He'd then be sent off 10 minutes after the restart for a foul on Mateus Cunha inside the area. Bruno Fernandes dispatched that penalty to level up at one apiece, and then Sesko, 25 minutes on time, sealing a 2-1 win for Manchester United, which will put them up to third in the Premier League table. So full time here at Old Trafford. It is
Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. We were supporting, most of you were supporting Crystal Palace, but the game has just ended just like that, man. It is what it is. I think now we're gonna go, prepare for the next big match. Arsenal versus Chelsea, man. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire, man. Yes, sir. So for now, I wanna say a big thank you, man. Big thank you for locking in with your boy, Punky BFLB, man, till this time. It's a big one. I don't know. How is Tottenham, man? Someone tell me, how is Tottenham going? Have they been added another goal on top of the two that they were, being beaten at the first half? Let me know. As we prepare for the Arsenal versus Chelsea match, it's gonna start in 29 minutes. Oh my God. I'm gonna end this live in a few minutes, then get back live immediately. Get to the big match, man. Don't wanna miss this match. At the moment, let me know. Tottenham, how is Fulham versus Tottenham going? I don't wanna miss any bit of it also. Let me know. Before we get to the Arsenal match, god damn, it's gonna be fire. Gonna destroy Chelsea like crazy. Ooh. Big up to everyone, man. Big up to everyone who has been in, man. 9 votes. I don't know. I'm gonna end this poll with 9 votes. It's okay. 56%. Yes, won with 56%. That's people were fighting and voting for Crystal Palace to win. But unfortunately, they did not. No at 44. Manchester fans, 44% of them voted no. Big up. Big up to... Oh man, I don't want to leave anyone out. Brooklyn, Hadassah. A to the B, my boy. Big up. Super Arsenal World. It's time also. You go meet me in the next live stream, Arsenal versus Chelsea. I'm gonna do it right after I end this stream. So just lock in. Also, wanna big up who else? Super Arsenal World, Brooklyn Hadassah, Avatar, my boy, and Superstar Milo. Now you are happy, man. You are happy right now. I know Manchester's won the match. Big up. Yes. think that's it. That's it. Now we get back for the Arsenal match in a few minutes. I muted myself. Oh my God. Let me check. Let me check. How's Tottenham going on with the match? Oh, Lee. Tottenham lost 2-1. Oh, Lee. Oh, Lee. Tottenham lost 2-1. Oh my God. Tottenham lost again. This team is gonna be relegated, man. Tottenham is gonna be relegated. If they continue like this in their remaining 10 matches, is it 10 matches or 9? I don't. If they continue like this, our brothers Tottenham will be relegated. And it will be so funny. They have a very good stadium, a cute one, like Brooklyn said, a cute stadium to play the championship. Can you imagine Tottenham playing in the championship? They'll be destroying teams left, right, center like crazy. It will be fun, man. I think that's where they belong. That's where Tottenham belong, if you ask me. Witnessing this big match, a big watch along here on the element. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Brighton also won 2-1. They've tried, and they have won. So the big next match that everyone is looking forward to see is Arsenal versus Chelsea. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited, man. Holy. Nearly 20 minutes remaining for the game to start. I'm gonna end this stream in like less than 3 minutes, man. I think we have had enough of this Man United versus Crystal Palace game. I think we've enjoyed enough. Now, we're gonna go over to the big next game. That's Arsenal versus Chelsea. I don't know if you can hear me.
Over to the
Yes, you can hear me. Big up. The sound check I've done is dope. Yeah, that's all, man. That's all for this big match. I'm gonna meet up in the next one. Okay, Arsenal versus Chelsea. So let me end this poll. The poll is over. You can check the results. 9 votes in. Will Crystal Palace defeat Manchester United? That was the question. Today, for this game, this game, Man United versus Crystal Palace. Yes was at 56%. Big up to everyone who voted. No at 44%. Yes, sir. Man United fans did not win the game. Yes. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So right now, I'm gonna check out, man. You're gonna see me in the next few minutes, like 5 minutes. I'll be back live. Arsenal versus Chelsea. See you, man. I'm out. It's your boy Panky BFL. It's your boy Panky BFL. See you in the next 5 minutes. I'm out.